Do you remember when I showed you that VHS tape I got with the VIPER? This VHS tape right here. Ever since I got that, I've been dying to know what's on it, but the trick is that it's VHS. VHS tapes are not very common these days, and even less common than VHS tapes are actual functional VHS players, otherwise known as VCRs. But I did manage to find one. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, look at the graphics. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is hilarious.
Dodge VIPER. Ever since it debuted to an overwhelming response at the North American International Auto Show in January of 1989,
Good old concept car.
VIPER has become a modern legend. Conceived as an updated version of the legendary Shelby Cobra, the VIPER took on a life of its own. Enthusiasts around the country wrote letters begging Chrysler to build the car. Some even included checks for down payments, which were promptly returned. After months of study and 2 prototypes, Chrysler management gave the go-ahead in May of 1989. Team VIPER's assignment? Have a production-ready car for the 1992 model year, only a year and a half away. Thanks to many hours of hard work, the cooperation of suppliers, and the close-knit organization of the platform team, they met their goal. VIPER is produced at the new Mack Avenue assembly plant in Detroit. Teams of hand-picked craft persons, some of the most skilled workers in the entire corporation, assemble VIPERs in complete components. Each craftsperson has had over 600 hours of training. Many of them could build this car single-handed if they had to. They're enthusiastic about building this car, and they're determined to do it right. Quality inspections take place even before the vehicle is completed. Before the body panels are attached, every single VIPER is roll tested at speeds up to 95 miles an hour. On behalf of everyone at Dodge and the Chrysler Corporation, welcome to the VIPER ownership experience. Dodge wants you to be thoroughly satisfied with your VIPER. It's come to Dodge's attention that there has been some confusion about how several VIPER components work, especially the removable canvas top and the hood mechanism. They're not difficult, just different from the cars you may be used to.
They are basically confusing.
In the next few minutes, we'll show you the best way to perform these steps to help ensure a long life for these components.
Check out that tie.
And here to show us is an expert, Don Jankowski from Team VIPER. Don, welcome.
Hi, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
Before we get started, tell us what it's been like to work on Team VIPER.
It's been a true labor of love. We've got a dedicated team that enjoy to work with, and everybody just loves the car, and we want to make the best car we can get.
We're going to put you to work now. Why don't we get started with unfolding and assembling the top?
Okay, let's get to it. I think some of the problems people are having are due to the fact that they can't see how certain things work. So we're going to show a top with several sections of the canvas cutaway so we can see what's really happening. By the way, we're continually working to improve the top, so the ones our viewers have may slightly vary from the ones we have here today.
Slightly painful.
Remove the top from its storage bag. Set it upside down across the windshield header and sport bar. Unfold the side rails and insert the bows into the pockets located on the header.
Windshield header and
slide
sports
the side
bar.
rails into the top front header groove. Squeeze the headers together with both hands and slide the locking latch forward. It's possible that you may hear a small click without actually locking the latch, so be sure to press the latch all the way forward. You'll feel it snap into place.
He doesn't seem to be very happy to be here.
Finally, ensure the best possible seal, snap the side flap into the side rail. Okay, John, let's start from the beginning. This time you give it a try.
Okay. Let's see, first step.
I don't even have one of these roofs anyway,
side rails. And insert
but it's still interesting to see.
Into the header pockets. There we go. Then slide the side rail into the top front header groove. Squeeze the headers together and lock the latch. Then snap the side flap into the side rail. Not too bad at all, pretty easy. We'll see how to stow the top in just a few minutes, but first, let's install the top on the car.
I like how everything's in the VIPER font.
Let's install the top now. Let's flip it over. We must take care to make sure that we align the rear tabs with the slots on the sport cap, not to damage the paint. Let's push down on it around the latch, reach inside, and the release lever should be all the way up to the top, and that will tell us that it's secure. Okay, move to the front. We want to push down on the front header and make sure that the pin is properly seated into the metal receptacle of the header, and then we'll pull the levers out to the outside parallel to the door frame. Now as we're pulling the lever out, we should feel the top pull down a little bit and the seal compress, and that'll let us know that we're going in the right direction. And I give it a little tug just to make sure that it is properly secured. Okay, now we've shown how to put it on. Let's take it back off again and get ready to put it in the bag. Okay. All right, so move the front levers in, reach inside and release the rear lever.
It does seem pretty simple.
Okay, and we'll just flip it over.
Mostly well designed, I think.
At the new Mack Avenue assembly plant, Dan Wall demonstrated another technique that he uses to make installing the top easy for one person. Dan carries it over his head, with the rear locking tabs over his left shoulder. He kneels in the passenger seat, positions the locking tabs into the sport bar, and then lowers the front of the top until it meets the windshield. The advantage of this method is that it helps you avoid scratching the car's paint or damaging the latches, especially at the sport bar.
Look at all the Vipers.
Well, now that we know how to put the top on and take it off, we'll move on to the side curtains.
More cool music with the crazy Viper font going on.
Okay, John, to install the side curtains, you install the tabs into the slots in the door. Push down firmly over the rear slot and then the front one, and just slide it backwards a little bit. Remove the screw from the pocket and screw that through the tab in the window frame into the door. And that'll secure the side curtain. Okay, John, to remove the side curtain, you unscrew the screw in the door frame, grab the upper and lower frame on the side window, slide it forward, lift it straight out, and then store the screw in a little pocket on the side of the side curtain. Okay, John, to remove the rear window, we move the driver's seat forward. We release the top pins by pulling them down and rotating them a quarter turn to keep them out of our way. Now we lift up on the snaps, about 3 snaps on the bottom. Earlier cars had pins there instead of the snaps, so those people just have to push on the rear glass slightly forward, lifting it out through the driver's side.
Pretty easy.
Okay, John, let's install the tonneau cover now.
Oh god, this looks way more
There's
complicated.
systems here.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have any of this stuff.
First, let's position the bumps in the rear of the cover to go over the 2 seats. And let's snap the center fastener in the rear.
Fastening the snaps over the same snaps we used for the
Same
rear
snaps
window.
that are on the rear window, correct. Now look at this. There's another bump in the front for the steering wheel.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. I'm not sure I knew the Viper had this. I'm not sure I've ever seen
Let's
this
just do
before.
the center snap right now.
That's pretty cool. That explains why there's snaps on the dash in the Viper. I wondered what those were for, but
I got it here. There.
this
Okay,
explains
now we'll
it.
shut the doors. By snapping only the center ones, it gives us a little more play in the cover to allow you to install the side tabs into the slots. This goes in just like the side curtains did.
That's pretty cool.
Insert the tabs on the top of the door, being careful to go straight down, snug them up, and slide it rearward. Now we can attach the other snap in the rear. And to make it easier to snap the front snaps, we're going to unzip the tonneau cover, lifting slightly on it so we don't scratch the top of the dash. Okay, now we can reach in and snap these.
Reminds me of putting a boat cover on. Same thing, snapping all the canvas pieces down.
There's a little strap that hangs down from the passenger side. That fastens into the seatbelt buckle, and that keeps this from flopping in the breeze when you're driving. We can zip the back cover back up, and that'll cover the whole interior. Or we can unsnap it in the rear, passenger side over that rear one, and you can remove the driver's portion for driving down the highway. When you're driving, the need comes up for defrosters.
That's
There's
so
little trap
weird.
doors in front that open up to allow the defroster air under the windshield.
That's like a lot of engineering for just a simple cover that I've never even heard about.
Don, I know if this was my car, I'd only be driving it in nice weather. That being the case, how should people store the side curtains, the top, and so on?
Well, there are certain procedures that owners should follow to ensure these components have a long life. We'll start with the top.
Okay.
Place the top upside down across the windshield header and sport bar, just like we did when we assembled it. Squeeze the header together, slide the locking latch rearward to unlock the top. Attach the support bows and fold the side rails inward. Then fold the top. Never roll at the top like you would a sleeping bag is stored, or locking tabs could puncture the canvas. Instead, hold the top by the front edge so you can read the label and lift it and fold it like this. The fold should stop just before the locking tabs to avoid damage to the canvas. Then slide the top into the protective bag.
It's well designed.
Protective bag for the side curtains has a divider. Remember when placing the side curtains in to leave the tabs towards the outside of the bag, placing one curtain on each side of the divider. With the tabs on the outside, it will protect you from damaging the bag. The rear window also has a protective bag. Storing the items takes a particular order, starting with the top. Install the left side first. The right side has less room because of the filler neck. Install the side curtains next with the tabs pointing down. Then install the rear window glass. The items can now be secured by attaching the strap to the loop in the front, feeding the end through the striker plate loop, and attaching on the right hand side.
Seems to be well
Pull the end of
done.
the strap to secure the contents.
Seems to be well done. I still heard bad things about the soft top though. Good.
Okay, one of the most popular things VIPER drivers do is open the hood to show off the engine.
It's one of the most popular things VIPER drivers do.
In the upper grille opening, and there's a secondary catch. The hood will rise up a few inches.
Mine doesn't move that
You walk
easily.
around the side and lift up towards the center of the car to prevent damage to the hood hinges. Notice the rollers on the hood. To close the hood properly, they've got to be positioned in the guides located on the toe box. So we'll just lower the hood. A check to see that the rollers are in the guides is that the top of the door will be flush with the hood. Walking around to the front, remembering there's two latches, one on each side. We want to apply equal pressure to both and a nice gentle movement. I pick on the corners to make sure that both are latched. And this one didn't latch, so a little push, and we're all set.
So when closing the hood, check that the rear rollers are in their tracks. Push down and back with a steady motion, don't slam it. Listen for 2 clicks. Tug on the hood to double check the lock.
You've got it.
We should point out that all of the subjects we've covered can also be found in the VIPER's owner's manual. Don, thanks for the demonstration.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. We hope that this demonstration helps you get the maximum satisfaction from your car. On behalf of everyone at Dodge, the Chrysler Corporation, and Team VIPER, thank you and enjoy your VIPER.
Oh man. Awesome computer graphics. So there you go, a nice little blast from the past, entertaining piece of VIPER history, and I did actually learn a couple things about the VIPER that I did not know.